guys, Tales of Dram here. We're back with another session. We're back with the Ceilia Isle campaign.
Woo!
Woo! Anyways, I'm here with the four players because Marius still hasn't responded to me after I kicked him out of the game, anyways. Because he hadn't responded to me in a while. But yeah. So that is that. Yeah. So if you guys would like to say hi and who you are again, in case anybody's new watching this, which probably not.
Well, I am two characters currently, A-Raid and Royale.
Okay. Ruby,
Currently Brian, live well.
Shadowy,
Ragnos the Smallhorned, Tiefling Warlock Bard, and it's a pleasure to, I guess, entertain you.
okay. Ass kiss.
And
Zeus.
yeah, and I'm Rajos.
Alright, good enough. Good enough. I completely forgot all your characters' names because it's been 2 weeks. But yeah.
And
Mine sounds like rock.
So, speaking of rocks, so I believe it was last session the party had dealt with dealt with Ragnos, went to sleep, had some strange shit happen to them, woke up, and went to go find their cart outside of the forest, where they found Mr. Greenwall and the Cyclops about to eat him. They eventually managed to convince the Cyclops no, and asked him to pull their cart for him. And they headed on their way to Westward Point, or Peak. It's Peak. There it is. And they were starting to head out. Correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Is there anything I missed? I'm pretty sure there is, but I can't remember.
I guess. Oh, well, aside from Vracos turning into the Avatar, I guess we also agreed to feed the Cyclops, but I guess that's more of a detail.
Yeah. You don't need to go into all that stuff.
Alright.
Anyway, so.
I guess I got a new sword.
True. That's important. So, as the party begins to take off on this relatively less cloudy, a little bit more sunny day today, the dampness of the air and the mud is still around, but it is relatively sunny. As you continue to push through, as you continue to push through these verdant fields on this strange road, headed northwards towards the westward peak, to drop off these wolves so that they may return back to their pack. You continue your journey. Is there anything anybody here would like to do for the day, or should I roll for an encounter?
I
Ragnos is
shall
really
keep
gonna.
one.
Let me
Or
rephrase
anything.
that. Gesh, is there anything you would like to do for the day?
No.
Ruby, is there anything you would like to do for the day?
Keep watch for danger as we travel.
Okay. Shadowy, is there anything that you'd like to do for the day?
I did promise my sword I was gonna polish it.
Okay. Go ahead and make me just a general sleight of hand check.
Alright. Okay, there we go. And with that, alright.
No shit, Zeus.
Yeah, I
It's
wasn't
still
the
the
best.
same day. What'd you roll?
Oh, right.
That's
Sorry.
5.
What'd you say?
That's a 5.
5. You hear in your mind, save this for later, boy. First we must vanquish whatever evil comes across our path. Keep
Keep your head clean.
No, it's like,
Keep your wits about you.
yes, keep your wits about you.
Alright.
Maybe later.
Don't get distracted polishing the hill.
That
I'm not-
item cannot be used here.
Okay, and Zeus, is there anything your character's doing as you're walking alongside the cart, I would assume, right? Or are you putting?
Oh,
holes in
because
it?
I'm massive now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I haven't I love collecting valuables and getting money, whatever.
Mhm.
But like, I haven't enjoyed nature in a minute. So I'm taking it all in.
Okay. Roll me a wisdom wisdom save.
I get distracted. I go off path. I die.
Oh god.
All right. I have
That's
my
the
new
first
wisdom
roll of
score, so I
the
have to go
day.
look at it.
I
Okay.
did it my way.
30-20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you begin to walk, by the way, that's a new soundboard on Discord that we added. If you guys wanted to know that. So as you begin to focus and breathe in, you could feel the wind hitting you. You could feel more connected to nature as you're breathing. Don't clip that. All right. So as your characters are sitting or walking next to this cart on your way to Westward Peak, it'll be a few days travel. The first day of travel. Okay. What are your guys' passive perceptions, Gesh?
20.
Ruby?
I did say I was actively keeping a lookout for danger.
Okay, you can roll me a perception check then.
Whoppa. That's worse than my passive.
Okay, good. So you got worse than your passive. What did you roll?
11.
Okay. Shadowy, what'd you roll? Oh, sorry. What's your passive?
That's gonna be a 15.
Okay, and Zeus, what's your passive?
15.
Okay. Gesh, as you're traveling upon your first day of this journey, the verdant fields are beautiful as the rolling grass, 3-4 feet tall, seems to almost move like a wave. This emerald ocean on this sunny day. The wind blows a heavy breeze. A few rocks hit the side, a few pebbles hit the side of the cart. As you see some large gazelles hopping through the forest, well, not the forest, but the small verdant fields. You look off to the left where the island actually caves in a bit towards the verdant fields as the trail that you are on at the moment has moved a little bit more westward because it doesn't just go straight north. And you're next to the sea as you could feel the sea breeze hitting you as you look out the broken door of the carriage, which is completely missing on both sides, mind you. You guys, I assume you put up some like small curtains or something to try and block it, but as you push those out, you can see some seabirds. It's a pretty peaceful day. If anyone has any points of exhaustion, you lose an exhaustion point during this day of travel. If there's any role play you would like to make, feel free.
Hello.
Oops, sorry.
Rakos. No. Rakos, right?
Yes.
I noticed there's something weird about you. Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you.
You seem to radiate natural energy. Is there something that happened recently?
Nothing special.
Would that count as deception?
Roll me a persuasion check, Rocos.
Gotcha. He's not lying. He doesn't think it's that cool.
Bro, you became the fucking avatar. You're not an Earth Genasi no more. You are the Genasi.
7.
He doesn't think it's cool, but honestly, looking at him, bro, what the fuck?
Huh, yeah. I will keep it at that.
Alright. Anybody else want to do any roleplay? Sorry, before I interrupt you.
I guess as Rail finishes speaking with the brothers, Ragnar simply asks, "So, Rail, What exactly have you been doing in the time? As the time we've been gone? I
Well,
guess healing. But I guess I'm wondering what you did during your time healing.
I'm guessing you're role-playing Rail here, Gesh, right? With the passive perception. Sorry, I forgot to ask that.
yes.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah. Oh, well, every time I could, I helped. Wait a second, I forgot the name of Ruby's previous character.
Arya?
Yeah,
This
Arya.
character?
I helped Arya get new arms with my magic. Though they aren't perfect, I think it's better than having no arms at all.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys somehow find a cleric who's pretty skilled in healing magic, you might actually be able to regrow the actual arms. But
Yeah.
those would definitely be good replacements for now.
I will say this, as you
Yeah.
guys are talking, you are passing past that bend a little bit even more as it goes more eastward into the island, just a little bit. And as you are, you do see that this didn't used to be here. This probably collapsed over years of either sea or some like earthquakes or whatnot. There are small outer islands or large rock formations that shoot up out of the sea, and you can see small sandy beaches around them about 100 feet, 200, maybe 300 feet off the island itself, where the island itself used to have its border at, but are now completely unable to be reached. To your knowledge, by the way, Rail.
Yeah, Ragnos looks.
Sorry, Rail. You do see something on them. I'm going to send that to you in DMs.
Okay.
I'll say if Ragnos sees this, he looks like towards that and towards the beaches for a moment, and as he looks down, he realizes he realizes something as he looks back at his missing wing, and he seems a little saddened by this.
Well, I wonder if that would work. Magnus, how about we try to make a somewhat substitute wing for you? It will by no means be as good as your previous wing, but you
Yeah,
can at least.
it's probably gonna be the best replacement I'm gonna get until I guess until we find a mystic actually good healer
Yeah.
and scrounge up the funds to actually pay them.
Yeah, well, all that will probably take quite a bit of experimentation to get that.
A seagull passes by at the edge of the coast. It shits on the stone man.
It's an 8.
Okay.
Shit.
Literally, as you're like looking out the window, a piece of shit just wallops you, Zeus, in the face. Seagull shit.
Broncos, how you enjoying nature?
Rael is distracted by this.
Zeus, not paying attention to the campaign, huh?
I kind of the shit smacking my face. I kind of like it stops me for a second. I go to get angry. I kind of remember, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that a bird just shat on my face.
A-Rate is gonna use prestidigitation to make the shit go away.
Okay.
Broncos,
I
you
am
want
the
to be
shit.
one with nature?
I I am one with nature's one with me.
Really? Well, I guess whatever the bird ate is one with you too, definitely.
Most definitely.
Ruby, is there any roleplay you would like to make here, or no?
Say, Ragnos, how do you do those flames of yours? Because I've been working on trying to recreate them. I haven't been successful in creating the ones you use, though I have got a couple of my own now.
Huh. Well, Brian, I would like to tell you some of that, but honestly, a lot of it seems to be more inherent because I think that goddess Shale Shy gave me this ability. So, how about I think when we're in a more safe location instead of on the road where we could be attacked. I'll show you. Because right now I kind of want to save that
And not
just
like
in case.
10 feet away
danger.
from you to your left is a fucking just sheer cliff like hundreds of feet down.
Yeah.
There's no cliff. It is only nature.
Fucking hilarious.
So, is there
Yeah,
any
it's not something I could easily explain. It's more of a. I think it's going to take more demonstration.
Alright. So, after a few hours pass of you walking along the side of this area, you begin to head in a little bit more. You begin to head. It's been about 6 hours of travel, I'd say. So, it's starting to get towards around. See, you would have woke up around that time. It's getting around at this point, like 4 in the afternoon, so it's going to be starting to get to sunset soon. You're still walking upon the western edge of the island, the strange beach shore, the cliffs that face the ocean. I would like somebody to roll me a d100, please.
Uh,
I'm not going to do that.
Let's-
I would do
Terrible luck.
that. No, wait,
You'll do it?
let's just do.
Okay,
There
let's
we
do it.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
I love to.
Oh,
Watch as my aloofness brings us good fortune. A D100, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep, d100.
can't be worse than Mighty 100 last.
61, the best number.
So,
Yep.
as you guys are starting to bed down a bit into the carriage, or on top of it, or simply walking along the side of the carriage, wondering about nature and life, Rail, as you glance past the front of the carriage, or I keep calling it a carriage, it's more of a cart. But as you glance past the front of the cart, you do it's carriage shaped, but it's meant to be like a supply cart. As you look forward, you do see what seems to be coming up ahead is this path. The path seems to have dropped off the side of the island, similar to the small edge you saw quite a while back, a few hours ago. And it seems to have. It seems that the path itself, not but a few hundred feet up, is gone, and there seems to be this old rope bridge that seems to be just sitting there, where the path seems to be. However, you can see that next to the rope bridge there is another cart that seems to be at the edge of it. You see this as you're starting to approach it. It's only a few hundred feet away.
Oh, that's a little bit of a problem. How are we supposed to... No, wait. Shit. Guys, I think we're gonna run into a problem.
200 feet.
Hmm.
Ruby, you begin to see this
Ragnos,
now,
what?
yeah?
Why don't you have our friend who's pulling the cart stop?
150 feet.
I,
That was-
I,
We should probably just go out and stop him for now. Alright. So, with that, Ragnus is actually going to go out of the cart and try to get up next to the Cyclops. Hey, buddy. I'm going to get in front of him and stop him. Like, wait, hold up.
He drops the cart.
Alright, so,
not
alright.
can.
Okay, guys. Okay. As he drops the cart, I put my thumbs up and I also put my hands up again to just indicate for him to stay there. As I go look over to the others and go, okay, guys, just come on out so we can deal with the problem.
Okay.
Yep, I'm jumping out of the cart then.
Give me 1 second here. Hey, you're good.
Problems.
So, you all begin to step out of the cart. Rail, which character are you using here?
Rael.
Okay. So,
I really wanna try the new spell.
Eret seems that he is a bit injured recently, and he's trying to sleep off the wounds that he suffered during the Cyclops fight. And then there's proceeded a Ragnos fight afterwards. You can hear him from the cart as you say this. He has his nightcap on, just going. as you all step out of the cart, you can see about not but 100 feet in front of you is this rickety ass looking rope bridge that spans about a 200-foot gap, and just as the breeze pushes over very slightly, you can see the rope bridge swings back and forth ever so gently as you hear the creaking of wood and old rope. And you can see to the right side of where you're looking, there is a pretty large looking cart, a pulled bit of hide over the top of the cart. The cart itself is a dark wood with this purple kind of hide pulled over the top, covered with felt on the back and front. There seems to be no animals that are pulling it, and it seems to be listed off to one side, as it seems to be missing a wheel.
I am gonna approach it.
Okay.
I will follow.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
I'll be going along as well.
Okay. So as the four of you begin to approach the cart, you start to hear rummaging. Something gets thrown out of the cart as it ding, 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 this crystal ball hits the ground and rolls towards you all. Yeah, it rolls up to you guys and taps on your foot rail and stops in its tracks.
I am gonna pick it up and say, hey, whoever is in that cart, I think you've lost something.
As soon as you reach down and pick it up and you say this, you step up, you hear, "Don't touch!" And as soon as you hear that, everyone, you watch as the crystal ball begins to glow, and it lets out this high-pitched shriek. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh
Ah.
no.
Huh. Shit.
Oh hey, I actually am sorta good at those.
17.
Okay, you succeed. Shadow, you fail. Ruby,
I
you
fail.
You succeed.
What?
Zeus, you critically
you
fail.
Crit fails.
Okay, so you and Gesh, Ruby, don't take damage. Zeus, you suffer 36 points of thunder damage. Shadow, you suffer 18.
Alright.
As the entire thing just shatters with this ear-piercing screech, as you all like take a step back, you, Gesh, and Ruby have to cover your ears very quickly as Gesh drops and it shatters. Your eardrums are a fucking wreck, the both of you.
This is especially Zeus's.
Fuck.
Ouch. No, there's definitely like a lot of yelling.
Yeah. And it's
Check
really
on my
funny
neck.
because instead of going, fuck, they go, because your eardrums are bursted. So, the two of you who don't have your eardrums bursted, what are you doing?
Can I actually head over and enter the cart and say, "What the hell was that, man?"
You're gonna enter this car. Okay.
I am gonna stop him.
Okay, so as you begin to look towards the cart very kind of hostilely, starting to walk there, like putting your hand on your sword, Rael steps forward and like starts to pull you back so you don't seem to anger or whatever, just threw this heavily magic item at you. Make me contested athletics checks. Unless you're letting him stop you, Ruby.
I would, because
You stop about 50 feet from the cart, and you see, as you yell this out, you see, stepping out is this purple-robed, dripped-out motherfucking wizard, who steps out of his cart, and he just goes, "Oh, sorry about that. Spring cleaning. Just gathering my belongings since my cart here is broken the fuck. Horses ran off. I told you not to touch it."
It was too late.
Roll me a deception check.
It was. He said that
Roll
I
me a
picked it up
deception
and
check.
then he said. I picked it up and then he said
Roll
don't
me
touch
a deception check.
it. Okay. 16.
Okay, thank you. Rail is what race?
Sea Elf.
Okay, good enough.
God, no. I am terribly sorry for this.
It's fucking fine. It wasn't gonna sell anyways. No one wants the shrieking orb anymore. It's weird. He just rubs his eyes. This seems to be an elven mage. He stands about 6'7", and he seems to be in this purple, dripped out, like regal-looking, gold-frilled robes.
Ah,
Anyways, who the fuck are you all?
We were. Well, I don't. Well, we were just going to explore ruins near here.
Runes or ruins? You have a weird
Ruins.
accent, boy.
yes, he does.
I am not from here.
We are exploring ruins nearby, I believe.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Lots of ruins since this empire fell, I guess. Not really from around these parts. I don't know.
I'm just as confused as you.
Yeah, same here.
Ah, that's good to know. Anyways, still don't know who you all are.
My name is Rael.
Ah, nice to meet you, Raya.
And my apologies for not introducing myself earlier. I am Brian Wilborn.
Ah, Brian Wilborn. Nice to meet you. Heard good thing? No, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't heard about you at all. Anyways, my name is Draz. Draz Star Spangle. You could just call me J-Man if you want. Your friends over there gonna be okay? I mean, usually, usually the ball doesn't shatter, but usually they're good by now. And you just see the other two are like on the ground, like going, mop, mop, mop.
Yeah, I got you.
But isn't the reason you can't speak when you're deaf because you've never learned how to speak because you could never hear
It's
in your
more
life
like
period?
it ruptured your fucking eardrums, both of you. It
And
doesn't.
that affects our ability to speak. Why?
It doesn't feel good. You're deafened.
I
at
have
the
her
moment.
screaming.
Yeah.
Give me a
Yeah.
moment, as I am going to use Shale's Sacred Seer to 2 charges of that on Zeus and 1 on Ragnos.
All right. So you guys, that's the white flame, right?
The special ability, not a flame.
Give me 1 second. What are you using?
Shale's Sacred Seer.
Okay. Okay.
There you are.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. So you guys watch as Ruby's character just takes their hand, crushes it together into a fist. You watch these strange ember-like particles, these sparks fly out of their hand of flame as they put their hand forward, and these 2 small gouts of flame shoot towards you both, and you do heal both of you. Go ahead and roll 2 3d4s.
So we roll a 3d4.
No, Ruby does.
That's 5.
5. And then for the next one,
Alright.
it's 2 instances.
I said I was doing 2 on Zeus.
Yes, it's still 2 instances.
And there's the one for Agnos.
Okay, so 12 to you, Zeus, 10 to Ragnos. As you both feel your eardrums suddenly begin to burn, but suddenly all the sounds around you become more clear.
Fuck. Fuck.
Ah! Look at that! They're okay now! What the fuck did you do? What was that? Interesting. Ooh. You're all interesting. You see him pull out a small notebook and start scribbling things into it.
Oh, you also got one of those fire abilities.
Recently acquired.
Oh, cool.
Ask about fire abilities. He circles it, closes his book. Anyways, headed to see some ruins, apparently, right?
Yes.
Ah.
Ah,
Well, yeah, if that's what they told you. Yeah, sorry, I was kind of out for this conversation with this jackass dropping that crystal ball.
oh, no problem. I understand. I understand. Interesting. I'll have to take notes on what happened here later. But anyways, you're gonna be crossing that bridge to get. That's one of the only ways really to get north of here. If you don't want to go off the road. Hoping to cross it right now. And he looks towards, and you can see the wind is blowing it back and forth. It's pretty strong gusts of wind, but not heavy, like continuous wind.
I
Yeah, it-
think that will not go good, especially with one
Our
of
Cyclops
our,
companion.
especially with two of our companions being on the heavier side.
Ah.
I understand that joke now.
You,
That
Took you
is
long
funny.
he looks at Zeus's character, looks up, looks him up and down, pulls out his notebook and starts scribbling something in it.
Yeah, and him as I pointed as I pointed the Cyclops.
Oh hey, Yoltavig, how you doing? He points at you, Walt. Shrugs his shoulders. Ah, I still don't know
You
what the
know
fuck you're
him?
saying. Yeah, Yoltavig. I would recently I've been providing him with some good hunting meat for his tribe because things have been going rough. With the Fey creature in their forest.
Yeah,
I also
we
talked to
met
their
that
shaman.
tribe.
I also talked to the shaman there quite a bit. He was a purveyor of my magical goods.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the party met the others met those Cyclopses as far as I know. I wasn't there.
Well, I'm
Yeah, we had a
surprised
bit
you're
of a
alive.
tussle.
Ooh, really surprised you're alive. You didn't kill the shaman, did you?
No, he survived.
Good.
Yeah, and our Cyclops ranger seems to be very afraid of Ragnos, which I can understand.
Certainly. Only way we could take him down was to ground him, and that was difficult in and of itself.
Well, if you're looking to cross the bridge right now, I mean, I don't want to stop you, but with the winds, I mean, I could possibly help you if you can help me out first. With my little problem, he points towards the cart.
Yeah, I can try something.
Oh,
Goblin.
so you can make this so this rickety ass bridge could actually support a Cyclops, whatever the fuck Vrokos is, and the cart.
Well, the main problem you're having here is probably that wind is not helping with structural support. So I could probably do something about that, yes.
Doesn't look structurally sound in any ways either.
He looks towards the bridge. No. This puppy can hold any set of weight, and he like touches the post to it, and it leans a bit. See? Takes his hand off immediately.
Yeah, let's keep it at that as I try to rip. There is a wheel missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long would it take me to repair that with Druidcraft?
You can't do everything with a cantrip.
Okay.
Druidcraft is like growing flowers.
Allow me to do too. Haul as arms with it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, how could we do that? Maybe we have, maybe we have a extra wheel.
No, we don't got an extra wheel rail.
Yeah.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna Ragnus will take a look at the cart and I guess assess the damages.
Okay, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
We'd very much appreciate some help.
I will help.
I will also help, but not well.
Okay, so you're gonna
Alright.
give him the disadvantage then.
No, no, no,
The
no.
unhelpful action. So it's a regular roll, right, Zeus? That's what you're doing?
Honestly, thematically, that'd be really funny. So yes.
Yeah, so you have a straight roll then.
Bruh, this motherfucker.
And
So
I
He's
am looking
trying!
over
as you go
the
over,
cliff.
Jay is watching too. He goes, "Yeah, some random fucking creature. I don't even know what it was. Came up and just ripped the fucking thing off, and then it scared my fucking horses away." As you're like looking at this, you watch Zeus. You just hear Zeus's character's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and it's like right next to your ear as he's like bending down and watching this too. So like, even with
Yeah,
the
so I'm a
help
bit
of
too distracted to actually pay attention.
yeah, even with the help of Rail being like, okay, but look at the axle. No, look at. Like he's trying to get your attention. So like everything is just distracting you. Go ahead and roll your normal roll, which is 7.
Yeah,
That part's supposed to spin.
So as you're looking, yeah, the axle
Rocco, shut the
seems
fuck up.
the axle seems a little
Dear
bit
God,
broken.
shut the fuck up.
There seems to be some marks upon the carriage. The wheels missing.
Alright.
There's no
Okay.
horses.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I guess I wasn't able to really focus much to get an idea of what was really wrong. But I guess there was the obvious shit, like it's damaged by the beasts, your axle's missing, you're missing a wheel, and your horses are fucking gone. So
Exactly.
alright. So it's all pretty obvious things. Okay. So alright guys, so I'm thinking unless one of you guys is a carpenter, we might have to look for something else to find a spare wheel.
Question: do I see any carts at the bottom of the cliff?
Make a perception check.
Right.
Like Rockus believes in himself.
Well, if you have carpenter's tools, I could do something.
Papa. All right.
You gotta do.
That's a total of 8.
It's at this point it's getting towards sunset and the tide has come in, so if there was any carts at the bottom of the cliff you wouldn't be able to see them anyways. You're not sure if there's anything down there, but you don't see anything at the moment. All you see is waves seem to crash in against the small it would be a black pebble, not black pebble because it's not volcanic, sorry. It'd be a small beach that seems to be a little bit eastwards of the bridge, not but a few hundred feet.
I'd head up to the group and relay the information as I say, well, there's no carts that seem to have fallen to the bottom of the cliff that we could salvage from.
Well, alright. I guess at least we can check that off the list. Alright.
I mean, I did think I saw my, where is it? The wheel went bouncing off that direction. He points towards the large fields, the verdant fields. It would be
Well, I guess it's...
somewhere in there.
Well, I guess that's the best lead we got. Alright.
Yeah, and I'm not strong enough to carry one of those. Look at me, and he, like, pulls his arm out and, like, gives you, like, a muscle, and it just bends downwards.
Oh god,
Oh.
you know, I know for
No, I'm not a
Bends
doctor,
down.
but I have to ask how the hell that's even anatomically possible.
Just go with it, magic.
I love magic. I mean, I love magic.
Basically, make yourself stronger as well.
Let me see. Bippity boppity grace. Strength. And he just taps on his arm. You see his muscle bulges. And then just immediately deflates like a balloon.
He went bodybuilder for a second and then returned to normal. See,
Yep,
now
then-
you just have to practice keeping it up.
Well, it's like steroids. Once you use it, you have to actually build up those muscles, otherwise they deflate.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I guess enough of
Looks at your
arguing about...
depressing muscle.
Actually, yeah, sorry, man, if you introduced yourself, I was deaf then, so...
Oh, you can just
yeah,
call me
Ragnos.
J-Man. I don't want to get too familiar with you. You know, you're just passing travelers.
Okay, DJ. Alright.
DJ man.
Simple enough.
J-Man.
Alright. Broncos, you're familiar with nature. We'll let you take the lead.
Plus, you can see much further than we can, being so tall.
I look over. Oh yeah, actually, how tall is Rail again?
Well, it's about like. Let me see, I know I have it wrote down. Well, it's about 5'10".
All right. All right. Okay, so yeah, so Veracruz, you lead the way. Rail, you're also familiar with nature, so I think you should help him out.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys need any help, I might be able to give you a word of encouragement or two. Apparently, they're quite helpful.
That would be very kind of you.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
I am searching for the wheel.
Basically, I'm assuming that Veracruz and Rail are going to start heading in that direction, and they're both going to be searching. I'm going to provide Veracruz with a word of encouragement, aka Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
It's it.
I would like you to make
So
me
what?
an investigation check, Rocco's.
Okay. You know, I'm actually very amazing at those.
Is anybody else
At-
making this check too, or no?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I would help Rail.
All right, and then your bardic inspiration is
I
what?
have a +6.
Yeah, it's at this point it's only a D6.
Got it.
It hasn't upgraded yet.
A +3 with advantage. 14 for
Yep.
me.
Damn.
Oh. And then rest with advantage, right?
I only have a +3 modifier. I should have done it. I have +6.
If it
Okay.
would have been perception, on the other hand.
I got
Oh, wait.
23 in total.
23. You guys begin to search the field, and
Oh, +0. My bad.
after a few minutes, Rocco's, you eventually pick up a trail through the field. It seems like a cart came flying through here at fast speeds. You could see small bestial footsteps chasing after it. You could see what seems to be splintered pieces of wood and hide.
Got it.
Would you like to follow this trail?
I would like to looking down at this, I'm gonna stand back up to my full height and yell out, "Animals have been here," and then follow the trail.
Okay. As you follow the trail, go ahead.
Shouldn't you carry us? It would be much faster.
Sure. I guess I can carry them. I'm strong.
I did not expect that to work.
Me neither.
Don't worry, dude. I'll stick to the ground. I think I need to get more acquainted with it.
Sure, I'll be carrying them as I go.
Okay.
He's pulling his cock out.
So,
Actually, because where my arms hang, I'll probably carry them crotch height. So yeah.
as you guys are starting to move through, I would like perception checks now from all of you, please.
Yay!
This is where I'm good at.
Ooh, 22.
17. Not that good.
9. I am
18.
focused on grass. I love grass.
Okay.
It wasn't a nat 1.
Ruby.
18.
Alright. So pretty quickly, Rail, Ruby, and Gesh, you do find what seems to be a wheel made of wood. But it's missing its
that was-
spokes, and it's been splintered heavily.
Well, that's gonna be a problem.
I'm sure we
But you
can
guys
pursue.
aren't approaching it because the big blind man is just walking down this path. Away from
And there's me.
Da 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 da.
I would tap on Ragnus's side and say, hey, there's the wheel.
Ragnos, roll me a
Arachnos, aren't
perception
we?
check. Well, sorry,
I already
Brachos.
rolled it. It's 22.
Sorry, Brachos, roll me a perception check.
He did.
Rocco! +5. I should be amazing at the 11.
You just barely
Uh.
notice as you stop to sniff some nice yellow flowers that are about 8 feet up in the 8 feet up because the grass is tall. You sniff it and you feel someone tapping your side and saying, big man.
There's the wheel.
Wheel. Oh, right, wheel. Walk over to the wheel.
Alright, you walk over towards the wheel. It is heavily splintered, spokes are missing, and it's very deformed.
Easy fix. We just get
Yeah,
me sticks in there.
we
I've seen wheels.
we have 4 magic casters. We can fix this.
Perfect. We'll bring it back first.
Yes.
Ragnos, as you're floating in the air. Oh, no, you're not floating
Well,
in
I'm
the air,
on the ground.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind. You don't see any. You don't see any tracks leading up to where this wheel is. Almost like it got flung off. Make me an investigation check really quickly.
Actually, gonna try this with Dice Golem. Alright, roll. Here we go. Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Must have been a fucking strong ass thing he was running away from to tear it off the fucking wheel while it was moving and just throw it all the way over here without it fucking hitting the ground and bouncing. That was. You're lucky you didn't fucking run into that shit.
We're gonna rectify it eventually, ain't we?
Yeah.
Anyways. So you guys are gonna take the wheel back to the carriage then, or is there anything else you would like to do?
Yes, we will.
Okay. So, as you guys begin to walk back, the sun is beginning to set fully over the horizon. It's but a few minutes before it gets to... Actually, no, because you got here about 4:30ish. It's about 5. It's starting... the sun is starting to touch the horizon at this point. You probably have an hour left of sunlight at most. As you eventually get back, the wizard J-Man is just chatting it up with Greenwall. And that's when I told my brother that he was very stupid for, I'll finish the story later. Hey, you're all back. J-Man here and I were just exchanging stories, you know? Yeah,
Ah.
pretty cool guy here, Mr. Greenwall.
Well, glad you're making acquaintances, but we have the wheel. Problem is, it's not exactly in the best shape.
My fucking
Also-
wheel!
What
He
the
runs up to it.
hell?
He runs up to it and he just like looks at it. It's like falling apart on itself.
Oh. Oh. That's not good. By the way, what hunted you?
A belugaba. I think that's what they called it.
Now?
A belugaba.
Can you give
Yes.
us a description?
I only saw it like it was kind of an adrenaline rush when I was running away from it. I didn't see it proper, but what I do remember, it had this big trunk. It was larger than my cart. It had big tree-like legs and its tusks, man. Those were big as fuck. It had like a single arm that came out of its back and ripped the wheel off too. Fucking insane.
Note to myself, never encounter that.
Brian's mind right now.
Wait, so it sounds kind of like an elephant, but it has an arm in its back.
Anyway, are you guys gonna be able to fix my wheel or?
Hopefully.
Oh, Rel, you did say you were, I guess, familiar with carpentry.
Yes.
Well, it seems that you'd probably be the best person to figure out what to do with this wheel. Uh,
Hmm.
but in Ragnos looks up to the sun touching the horizon. Yeah, with the description of that creature, I don't think we should stay. Yeah, I think we should probably make haste, as I have a feeling it'll be coming back once night falls.
Probably.
That would be absolutely terrifying.
As
All right.
Yes, Ruby?
so, well, this is going to be after they start fixing the wheel. I am going to keep an eye out.
Well, they haven't started yet because they don't know what they're gonna fucking do.
All right.
So, how are you guys gonna go about fixing this wheel? This wooden reinforced wheel that was destroyed.
This is a wheel moment.
All right. So looking at the wheel, you said the spokes were destroyed.
Yes.
Hmm.
Most of the spokes
Alright.
are splintered, broken, or destroyed. Yes.
Hey, Rail.
Yes.
You think if I were to, I think we should at least try to put these spokes back into place and use.
Well, there are missing spokes too. Is the problem?
I guess you could try using it to mend the wood, but actually, hell. Rhinos takes out his axe and he's thinking, "Do you think you could help me try to find some suitable wood to replace the other spokes?"
Definitely.
Mind you, you're nowhere near a
Right.
forest right now. You're about a few hours, like at least 2 hours travel away from a forest.
Ah,
There should
Okay.
be but there's probably at least like a small tree or something nearby.
You guys can make a survival check.
yeah. Let's find anything that could be wood. I guess a small plant.
Survival, I'm very good at this.
Okay.
I'll help you out with that.
Okay, advantage, even better.
I am
Oh, no.
absolute crap at that.
Ruby, if you're looking in the speak channel, did I just prophesize what's about to happen before it
Well,
happened?
oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, I see that.
Oh shit! If that happens, that would be horrible.
So, who's rolling the nature or the survival check? Sorry.
28.
The druid.
Okay, Rail. There should be. This is a cliffside that was made through natural means, it seems. Recently, by the feel of it, but it looks older than it really is. It looks like it's weathered quite a bit, but to your knowledge of this realm, a lot of things have become weathered recently, within the last 20-ish years, and they all look like they've been existing for hundreds of years. So looking at this cliff, you can surmise that this probably happened around the fall of the Shale Empire, that this entire cliff face side fell in on itself. Maybe parts of it remained out and then fell in over the years, but as you begin to look over and survey this National Geographic fucking cover for a book, you do see what seems to be a few trees. They don't seem to be the proper wood needed. They seem more like soft wooden trees. They're not actually hardwood. And you do see one hardwood tree, though.
That
The
seems
problem
like
is it's halfway down the cliff face, growing out of the rock. It seems part of this, not sediment, but this landslide or whatever may have happened, fell only about halfway before falling to rest on the cliff face. And there's this small pocket of, what's it called? Natural life that just seems to be existing in like a 30-foot long, 10-foot wide area, and a tree is growing out of that.
well, that's not very good.
It's the only hardwood tree around here.
Does Ragnar see this?
I'll say Rail would be like looking around the edge of the cliffside, and he'd come up and he'd point it out to you, yes.
Huh. So how far down is it?
Make me a perception check.
Right.
I will give you 8 on this.
Ruby, you're keeping watch.
Aren't
so
you
very nice.
there?
Yeah.
I would, but I would give him.
Ruby, you see them looking over the cliff, but you're like making sure this beluga boo doesn't come get you.
Alright, so you're giving me advantage.
Glue, glue.
Dashwood.
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's a 16.
16. You surmise maybe between 300 and 500 feet down. The cliff face is
Yeah,
about a
shit.
good. Now that you're noticing it, you weren't that far from the sea, near Shardward, but it seems you've been steadily climbing upwards as you've been going more north. And as you look down, you're about a good 1,000 feet from the sea level.
Alright.
Mind you, you've been traveling for like 3-4 days in game. You've traveled a good few hundred miles, mind you. This island is large. It's the size of like a mini continent at least.
Australia size.
Bit bigger, but yeah.
Bigger.
In fact,
Australia's
every
a
time
little-
I think of the island, I think of Australia, which is funny that you mentioned that.
Is it Australia or Africa?
It's a bit bigger than. It's a middle point between the two.
Holy shit, that's one
Africa.
island?
Yes.
It's a literal continent. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not even island anymore. That's a whole ass continent.
But do you see any other islands around?
Nope.
No, but it's still a continent.
I would say it's closer to Australia than Africa.
Yeah.
And it's more,
Australia is-
and I'll say actually because you guys have probably seen it from above, it looks a bit more. Never mind, you probably haven't seen that. Never mind, continue. My bad. Anyway, so
I would have that one time where we were above the world. I
Yeah.
think it was with Arya.
yeah, well then real, it looks a bit more circular than. It has a few rough
Australia.
edges, but when you're up, in the air, it's almost spherical if it wasn't like chipped at the edges. Anyways,
Neat.
it's about 300 to 500 feet down. You're not sure.
Hmm.
Maybe 400,
Well-
give or take. And the cliff
would be
face
pretty-
is sheer. Like there's a few spots that come out that like a billy goat could probably climb it, but it is a sheer cliff face. It's gonna be hard to climb down if you wanted to.
Now this would be a lot easier.
And mind you,
had
that
wing.
that hardwood is on the opposite side of the bridge.
Alright.
8.
So, okay. Looking at this.
Ruby, make me
Oh
a
yeah, so
perception check.
opposite side of the cliff. Basically, it's on the opposite cliff.
Yes. It's sticking out towards the sea specifically, but it's on the opposite cliff from where you're at. Now, mind you, you can walk a few hundred feet to the east and then go around the bridge that way, but it's a good, like... At that point, getting towards where the tree would be at that cliff, it would be about a good 10-20 minute walk just to get there. Then you have to descend, cut the tree, bring it back up, which would cost you another, like, hour or two. Come back around another 20-ish minutes, and then fix the cart, which costs you another, who knows, a few hours maybe at most. And that's if everything goes correct.
That's a big if. Okay, we definitely can't repair it without wood. That's
Ruby,
shit.
what'd you roll?
Well. Oh, for like
Ruby.
me for perception.
Ruby.
Oh, alright.
Ruby.
Yeah.
What did you roll for your perception that I asked you to roll?
Hold on. Why is this not responding now? All times. And it didn't even roll it. Alright, hold on, let me do that now.
Wait.
9.
9, okay.
Oh, I forgot to have that spell.
Continue, guys. Sorry. I'll get back to you, Ruby,
yeah.
when that comes into play.
Yeah, well...
Wait a minute. Ray, I was thinking, I don't have enough rope to rappel down there, but isn't the guy we're helping have a magic item? Like he had that hell orb. That screaming hell orb.
Well... We don't need rope to get down there.
Yeah, but the thing is, I could technically climb down there. I have a spell that enhances my athletics or my athleticism, but that seems a bit risky,
As the wind
How
blows
would
at your
especially.
as the wind blows at your back as you look over a fucking cliff that descends 1,000 feet.
Yeah,
how about a spell that makes you able to walk on walls? Would that suffice?
that could work. All right, but we're gonna have to get over there because I'm assuming it doesn't last too long.
About an hour,
All right.
give or take.
Okay. I
Ruby,
guess
it's at this
judging the
point.
distance.
Ruby, it's at this point that you hear something gurgling from the bushes. You hear from not the bushes, from the field, about what you surmise a few 100 feet away or something.
I'm going to walk over to the group and know about it before heading over to investigate.
So Zeus's character is not with that group. So you're talking to Zeus's character, or the rest, or the other two who are like a good 200 feet from you.
I'd jog over to the other two and let them know.
Go ahead, let them know.
Hey, I heard some gurgling from the field. Gonna go and check it out, so
Let the others
if
know.
I'm not back soon, uh, just know that.
I would suggest you take the big guy with you.
I was planning
Just,
on it
yeah, just to be sure.
All right.
as I head back over to Zeus's character and say, Hey, Rocos, I heard some
Yeah.
gurgling in the field. Let's go check it out.
I'll note as Brian leaves, I do look over to Rail and say we should probably follow them.
Yes, that's for the better.
Mhm.
I don't trust these two to not die.
Mm.
Alright, so
Sure.
we're gonna go
Yeah.
back and enact
Giggling.
the spider climb plan when we get after we've dealt with this.
Okay. So as the four of you begin to move towards the field, two of you staying a little bit back to keep watch on the other two. Ruby,
Mm-hmm.
Rocos, both of you make me either perception or investigation checks to see if you can discern where that gurgling came from.
I'm better at perception.
Please. Ah,
Am I better at perception?
16. This was perception.
I will also be rolling perception, and I said to figure out what my bonus was. Here we go. 10.
Ruby, using your ears, it takes you a few minutes, but you do find the fuck happened to my fucking. Okay, that almost came unplugged and unplugged my computer. That's what it sucked.
Ooh.
So, Ruby, as you're looking around, you do eventually find the source or the area where the noise came from, I should say. As you do, you begin to push through a bit of the brush, and what you do find is a small clearing that seems to have been recently burnt and charred. And as you look around, you can see dirt and whatnot. What you see in this, as the darkness starts to overcome you at the moment from the night sky, is a single what seems to be wax cylinder that seems to be half melted. Cylinder is not more than like an inch in diameter.
Do I
Oh.
see anything?
I'm going to walk up to it.
Okay,
What is it? A candle?
just wax cylinder.
Well, I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay, as soon as you make contact with it, you hear that same gurgling sound, and it melts a bit more.
Okay, so gonna back away from it and say, do not touch that cylinder of wax.
Zeus, you see the cylinder of wax.
Whoa. I love that perception. Um. Sure.
Zeus, it looks
Oh.
squishy.
Like how squishy? Like boob squishy or like
You don't
cheese
know. You
squishy?
don't know until you touch it.
Oh no. You could
Don't.
die.
Is
I'm
it?
just sort of keeping an eye out. I have my hand on my nice little green flower sword.
I'm gonna lean in close to my friend here and go.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a rock at it and
Ragnos,
see what happens.
Make a perception check for me, Ragnos.
As as the rock's picked up, I will draw my sword.
Okay.
So I pick up a little pebble off the ground,
Okay.
That's 15.
and I'd like to throw it at the candle.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a dexterity check.
Oh, ye gods!
And what'd you roll, Ragnos?
15.
Good to know. Thank you.
Dexterity. I haven't rolled dexterity in a while. Oh, 2?
What?
9.
Okay.
Oh god.
So, as you throw it at the candle, it seems to hit, and as it hits the candle, you just hear splat as the entire thing just explodes outwards because you just hit a fucking candle with a rock. A melted candle with a rock, and it seems to make that same gargling noise. Before the rest of the candle stuff just hits the edge of this strange grass and just fizzles onto it a little bit because it's hot wax.
Not. It wasn't bad. It's just I don't. My conclusion: we shouldn't touch it. It looks really fun to touch, but not fun after touching.
The wisdom of Rocko's.
That's that 20 wisdom score talking right there.
20? Holy shit. Stupid, low intelligence, high wisdom. Like,
You hear from behind you, J-Dude goes, "You know, I already have my things packed. If we're not going to fix the wheel in the next hour or so, I mean, I don't mind hitching a ride with you if you're okay with that."
Alright, don't worry, man. We're gonna be getting we'll be gonna get some wood.
You know, I'm kind of on a
We're just
time
making-
crunch, so I don't mean to be rude, but if you could hurry that up.
Alright, sure.
What if you
Yeah, so-
didn't need a cart or wheel?
Alright, Rail,
That's
let's
what
enact
I'm
the plan.
Big man here gets me. He's a bit slow, but he gets me.
So this is what I'm thinking.
okay, then at this point I think we should just take you with us if you're under.
If you're going to ruins, I mean, I'm an archaeologist myself, so I understand ruins. I can read hieroglyphic. I'm very proficient in many written languages, actually.
Oh, then you would probably like Jiraiya.
You know, considering the...
I pointed him.
You point at the cart guy, Greenwall. He goes, "Yeah, the name's Jiraiya." We're both
Yeah, he's
J
also-
dudes.
he's-
Ah!
What did he say?
He said we're both J dudes and went and started pointing at him and himself.
Alright.
Yeah,
You know, man.
he's also an archaeologist.
You know, man, I guess even if we get the wood, it's probably gonna take a minute to repair the cart, so...
Yeah, we
I
don't
guess
want to
fu-
be here
yeah,
when the
fuck it.
Belugaloo hits.
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck it. Let's,
Yes.
fuck it. Let's just go ahead, try to remember this place, so you can, I guess, get the remains of your cart and repair it later.
Nah, it doesn't matter. And you just see him like
Alright.
take a wand out and just like summons this large spectral blue hand that just takes the cart and shoves it off the edge of the cliff as it hits the water below. Don't want anyone taking it, you know.
Alright, I guess let's taking a move on.
Alright.
Well, glad to have.
Well, let me go ahead and then he takes his wand and starts to cast a spell, and you see him cast a spell on the bridge as the entire bridge just stops moving.
Alright.
That's a
the wind
very
is
useful
the wind is
spell.
still pushing, but I'll say this: you guys all notice that the wind actually seems to move and go above the bridge, like in an arc, so it doesn't hit the bridge.
Alright.
Interesting.
Everybody, let's get a move on. I don't know how long the spell lasts.
He jumps onto the cart. He goes, "It's all in the flick of the wrist. 5 minutes."
Okay, let's
Alright,
get on.
Move. No,
Speed
Cyclops,
up.
get over here.
Actually, make me a persuasion check really quickly. One from long ago, we'll say.
All right. From long ago. All right. Oh damn, that's only 16.
16?
Yeah.
He's still there. He lumbers over, grabs the cart, and begins to pull it as you all have to jump on very, very fast.
Yeah.
So, as you begin to pass the rickety bridge, who is on the... Vrakos, are you on the cart?
Can I?
He's too big to fit.
You can get on the
Don't.
cart, but it's going to be a tough squeeze, and you're like 1,200 pounds.
Right. And what happens if I don't get on the cart?
You have to pass the bridge by yourself.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea. I can run. If it starts collapsing or anything, I can start running really fast.
I guess I see that. I have a question. Seeing that, actually, another thing. Seeing that Vrakos can't really get on the cart. All right, you know, buddy, I'm gonna give you a little enhancement. It would probably be dexterity. I would help you across this. So, Cat's Grace. So I'm
Okay.
casting enhance ability on him and giving him Cat's Grace.
Good to know, good to know. So as you cast this on him, you feel much more agile, Zeus.
Whoa.
It's true though, Ruby.
Nice.
Alright, as the cart begins to pass, does somebody who is on the cart want to roll me a D100?
I'm gonna test my luck here.
Okay.
85.
I would be
Okay. So,
That's pretty
including
good.
the Cyclops' weight, the weight of the cart and you guys on it itself is about 65. The Cyclops adds an extra 15 to that, so the DC was 80. So, as you guys begin to move across the bridge, you start to hear a few boards snap, but not enough to stop the cart from moving. Eventually, you get to the other side, and Vrakos, would you like to try to cross the bridge?
It is my time, yes.
Roll me a D100.
My time has come.
82.
Okay, your DC was 60. So, as you begin to cross the bridge, there's a few cracks and breaks, but not much. And eventually you get to the edge of the bridge with no problem at all. As the wind seems to subside and start to push the bridge once again after the end of 5 minutes. Well, looks like we're on the other side. So, are we gonna find a place to bed down for the night? Because, you know, it's kind of fucking nighttime already.
Yeah, that would be a very good idea.
Alright.
yes. Wait.
So, who's looking for a place to bed down?
I would.
I'm gonna, I guess, help out by giving him some words of encouragement.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a survival check, Mr. Rail.
Hey,
You get a bardic inspiration.
Of a
okay,
D6.
that's a D6. Anybody giving me inspiration?
I can provide aid. Take advantage.
Okay. 27.
So, you very quickly, within the next hour, find a place to rest. A good thing, because if you push too much longer, the Cyclops is going to get exhausted and probably turn on you guys. Because he's been pulling the cart for like 9 hours at this point. Well, 8 hours technically, with a 2-hour break. But eventually you do find this small little offshoot to the cliff face edge, and it seems to go down just a little bit. Actually, no, I'll say this. You see this small bridge that seems to be rickety as well, that seems to lead off to a small other offshoot, like large rock pillar out of the ocean, and you can see what seems to be these old ruins on it. As you eventually find your way over there, there's a few trees growing out of it. You find it, and is a good place to bed down for the night, but you will be separated from your carts. If you want to use that, you can, or you could stay near the bridge and still get a little bit of cover and a place to run to if you need to. So it's either you leave your cart, or you try to find another place, or you bed down next to the bridge with your cart.
Well, this is good. I say we hold this as a backup in case we need to run while we bed down near the cart.
That's probably a good idea.
Well then, I'm gonna get some sleep. And you see Jay Dude just immediately puts, like, he already has, like, this nightgown, this nightcap. He has a small little candle and, like, a genie lamp holder kind of thing. And he goes, "Night!" blows it out and just immediately snuggles in his snuggie.
Fair point.
Rocco nods in approval.
He pulls up his own snuggie.
Alright, so who's gonna be, I guess, keeping the first watch?
Would his adamantine skin technically be a snuggie?
Yes.
I would consider that a crunchy snuggie.
Anyways, continue. Sorry, my bad. You guys can roleplay here. Going to sleep.
Yeah, well, I could do the first watch. I don't need to sleep that as much as you others need to. Could go for watch
Actually,
for like
here's what I'll
4
do.
hours.
Actually, yeah, here's what I'll do, man. You sleep first, I'll keep the first watch, and then when you get up, you get the rest of the night. Because
Okay.
you'll wake up a bit earlier.
Yes.
Alright. So, I stopped concentrating on the enhanced ability I have on Vrakos, and I actually give myself enhanced ability. And
Well, at this point, it's already gone because it's been an hour.
Yeah, in that case, I just use Owl's Wisdom on myself.
Okay. So you enhance your wisdom capabilities. And I'm assuming the rest of the group is going to go to sleep unless there's anything you would like to do before going to sleep, of course. So you guys are sleeping in the cart or near the cart, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
In the
And
cart.
Honestly,
there are a few
I can't-
tents provided. There are 2 tents provided.
Honestly, I think I have a better bet pretending to be a rock. That's when I might just do. Is that an option for me?
Make a deception check, yeah.
Okay, I'll try. I'm gonna try that.
I am gonna use Move Earth to like put a bit on dirt around him so it looks more natural.
You have advantage.
Yay!
Hey, we're gonna
20.
lean.
I only have a +2 to this. Let's see what I get. 14.
To anybody who didn't know he sat there, he might look like a rock.
Alright, so I'm gonna begin my watch.
Watch out! There's a rock outside.
So, as you begin your watch, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yeah, the first one being with advantage
Mhm.
with the Owl's Wisdom.
If he rolls high enough, he gets to see me.
That's an 18.
18. You do see Vrakos just snoring loudly. All you hear for like the first hour of your watch is.
I regret my decision to enhance my perceptive abilities.
Yeah, you hear a few farts escape his body.
Escape. They have to travel to get out.
They become sentient on their way to escape.
Like through his winding canyon body, you hear the gusts of wind. Anyways,
Like in the fucking Grand Canyon, just like.
eventually you swear you hear this melodic, this melodic singing. Like just for a second, but you look around and you can't hear it immediately. Like you for a second you think maybe it's something you heard on the breeze, or maybe it's something that was just in your mind. But the rest of your watch goes without any. Actually, let me go ahead and roll a D100 here. Yeah, the rest of your watch goes without any incident. So how long did you take your watch for?
I think it would be 4 hours because Rail would be awake after
Okay.
that point.
So at this point, you stretch as you see Rail's character, who is currently just in a meditative pose, suddenly stands up and looks towards you.
All right. I guess you can take the rest of the night. I'm gonna get some shut eye.
It's at this-
Yeah, go get some sleep.
You
Rail-
are the kind of person to say shut eye.
Rail, as you were sleeping, you did see in your not sleeping but meditating, you did see a passing storm in your mind, a swirling cyclone, and what seemed to be this one large green eye staring at you. As you do awaken and take over the watch, you begin to sit down at the small campfire, the embers that he may have made just to keep warm as the night does grow cold here. And you look up and the clouds are starting to swirl and move fast as you see gray storm clouds starting to approach from the foggy barrier. And you can see they're rolling with thunder. And they are approaching fast.
Okay, I am gonna make sure that nothing of our possession will get like flung away by the storm. So I, just in case.
I don't care about the people at all, just the stuff.
Yeah. After that, I would make sure that nobody gets flown away by the storm as well.
Alright.
Like with Move Earth, make some little cover.
So you begin to prepare. Make me a perception check, please.
Okay. $18.
18. Gotta roll that first, so yeah. Real. You start to do this in about 2 hours into your an hour into your shift. You see from the ruins what seems to be this faint green light that seems to shine for a second and then stop and dulls. And you're like, that was strange. I'm gonna keep doing this shit. About 2 hours in, after you finish your preparations, you swear you hear singing. And as you get closer to the edge of the cliffside to finish up putting the last barrier, it gets a bit louder. And you look over towards the ruins once again, and you see this green light once again. As it seems to stay for a second or two longer before it disappears.
When somebody else is awake, I should investigate that.
Alright,
Yes,
third hour
yes.
of your watch comes to. At this point, you look over, and once again, as the hours have been passing, this strange light keeps coming back and staying for just a bit longer. At this point, you watch as it stays for a minute and starts to shift to a more seafoam bluish color. Rail.
Hi. Yes.
Go ahead. Sorry, you were saying something.
I am trying to see. I'm trying to like connect to it over a distance to maybe find out if it's natural magic.
So as you're sitting there and watching this, you are hearing this beautiful singing that seems to be rolling over the landscape as a bit of light sprinkling rain is hitting you from the storm as thunder is cracking. But you can hear this singing unimpeded. Make me... No, as you detect what you can, there definitely seems to be natural magic around you, but you're not sure if it's from that source over there. And as you're staring at it and trying to connect, trying to figure anything out, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Sorry, no, this would be charisma, not wisdom.
Oh no. Even worse. That's not good.
You're an elf, right? So you have advantage on this.
Oh, so it's a charm effect.
Yes. Or fear effect.
18.
18. You feel drawn to the ruins, but you can resist if you want.
Okay, first off, Wreckers should have slept for 7 hours by now, right?
Ragnos? Yeah, Ragnos has not slept for 7 hours.
No, Rockos.
He said
Ro-
Broncos.
Yes, Ragnos has slept for 7 hours.
So he could take the rest of the watch.
I will remind you, your party just got done fighting Cyclopses, then Ragnos, and fighting each other, and then having a bunch of shit happen to them, and Vrakos just literally turned into an elemental individual. If you would like to end
I-
your watch now, you can.
I would wake up like Rocco's to make sure somebody is making sure like somebody keeps watch.
Rokos,
Yeah.
you feel a kick to the back of your to
Yeah,
your back.
I would be gentle, like nudging
He
him.
is a fucking rock.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
You feel a kick to the back of to your back, and you hear.
What do your tender baby feet want?
By the way, guess you did get your long rest, just so you're aware.
Okay, yeah. Rude. Could you keep watch for the last hour before everybody else wakes up? I need to investigate something. Please.
Fine.
Okay.
So, Rutgers, as you sit up and see the dirt walls and whatnot, there's a storm brewing, and you look around. You can see that flash of greenish blue in the distance, and you see Rawl start to approach the rickety bridge, I assume, right?
Yes.
Okay, Rail begins to approach the rickety bridge and begins to walk across. Brokos.
Yes.
Roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. 9.
9. Okay, good.
Aw.
So,
Are the trees cool?
No trees around. Rail.
Fuck.
As you continue to walk across the rickety bridge, that singing gets louder and louder as you get closer and closer. And eventually you get to the island, there's multiple trees, there's flowers, everything. You see the ruin now up close, because you're a few hundred feet away from it. It is a circular kind of ruin, almost an amphitheater kind of circle. But it seems to have a floor that comes out and then takes 2 steps down. It has many pillars that have walls that seem to only be half walls that are about 4 to 5 feet tall. The building itself isn't more than about, I would say, 50 feet tall, and you can see that the ruin itself is in the very center of this pillared island of stone.
Okay.
There are definitely runic carvings upon the entire building, and as you get closer, there is natural magic radiating from here.
Okay. Are these carvings druidic?
Do you speak Druidic?
I'm a druid.
It's not. So they are in Druidic, but they aren't like a word. Well, there are some phrases like nature's beauty, place, place of power, shit like that. But it's not like full-on sentences like this is Margithal's good
Yeah.
menagerie of miniatures. It's
But
not like that.
Yeah, but there will certainly be like hints and markings.
From looking at the Druidic script, it seems to be a place of power of what seems to be a lost spirit or something, or the beauty of the world is what they call it.
I
You hear
Going-
the sound of splashing water from inside, and the
I am-
singing is getting louder.
I'm going towards the middle of it.
All right, you push through and you push past the opening that seems one of these. Sorry, there would be full walls, but small little like crevices that you may be able to see through as you push through this small crevice that's maybe a few, not even more than 2 feet wide. That seems to be the main entrance here. You push through and you have to squeeze through it. As you do so, you enter into the building. As you do so, you look in and you see this reflection pool in the very center of this area. And the very you see this reflection pool, in the very center of the area, but there seems to be a downward step, about 3 of them, that goes to this reflection pool and end directly at it. The water itself is clear, but with a small green tint to it. And it's not a normal blue kind of bluish green tint. It has this ethereal blue with green. The ceiling is completely open to the stars. A few leaves seem to pour towards this area, and as they come in, they seem to almost spiral down the sides of the inner chamber of this area, and they seem to land on the outskirts of stone and are blown out of the building itself. As you enter,
Whoa.
let's see. As you enter, you do see what seems to be a ripple in the water. And that glow seems to emanate.
I am going towards the pool.
Alright, as you begin to step towards the pool, make me another charisma saving throw.
At
As you start-
advantage again?
Yeah, as you start to hear that singing, more of a humming at this point. That seems to echo through the chamber.
I would also hum. Like, go along with it.
Okay.
13.
13. So, as you begin to step forward, you do suddenly feel yourself stop, and you feel a bit entranced by the singing as you seem to almost start to sing yourself. As you see the water ripple a bit more and more and more, and eventually you see this form start to come out of the water itself. This form that starts as water or energy itself, eventually taking a more female form as it starts to get to its maximum height out of the water, standing around 6 feet tall with these large, floppy ears off to the side, this long bit of hair that goes down past the thighs as it seems to be facing away from you at the moment. You definitely feel that you're under a charm effect.
I would like bow down slightly as like a sign of respect.
As you do so, the creature turns around, and it is this voluptuous female form of a most likely fey entity. Its features are pooled, but in a fine, beautiful way. The eyes are a vibrant blue, white, like where the white part of your eyes are. They're a vibrant blue. There's no pupils, but it's just a nice, beautiful greenish color. And as she looks over towards you, you can see the beautiful cherry red lips seem to almost purse into a smile. She seems to whistle a hum towards you and holds her hand out as if outstretching it to you. Mind you, she stands about 7 feet tall, and she's standing on top of the water.
The very high. I forgot the word. I would return the gesture to like accept it.
Alright, so do you grab the hand then? Or do you lay it on top of her palm?
I would lay it on top of her palm.
Alright, as you do so, she looks towards you, wriggles her hand underneath yours, and grabs your hand. Make me one last charisma saving throw here. This isn't against the charm effect, because you're already charmed.
Okay.
Actually, no, this one's
10.
This technically be a persuasion check, not charisma save. I'm stupid. So reroll.
Ah. Okay. Persuasion check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I keep the old one, please?
No.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
No.
No, it's the same modifier, so that's why I'm asking.
Not
because I
one for
just-
free.
Yeah, it's a net one. Sadly.
Damn. Sucks
Yeah.
for you. So,
Yeah.
Rael, as you stand within this beautiful chamber, the singing echoing through your mind, the hand is touched by this beautiful woman as you feel the most aroused your character has ever felt in their life. As you come into contact with this nymph, and it looks towards you and pulls you closer into a hug before its body seems to grasp onto you, and you feel your life force drain from you as it pulls you into the water, and you allow it because you're under its charm effect as it pulls you from this realm. Rael is now dead.
Oh,
Bruh. Bruh.
Well,
Bro.
not dead, but no longer in the campaign.
Woo! That's dead! No, you can't sugarcoat it! He's dead!
come on, Goblin. He just returned.
Yeah.
No, guys, he's a nymph sex slave. It's completely different.
So dead.
Goblin. Man, oh man. Goblin,
Bruh,
why?
you were this close to greatness. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bruh.
This was another
Oh,
place of
man.
power for a druid.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh man.
Your severe
Ah.
lack of bitches killed you.
Yeah.
Why?
Bruh.
Oh,
Anyways.
man, Goblin, I just got him. I just got that character back.
Druckos.
Probably
Yeah.
should use an inspiration to help you, man. Sorry.
As you're sitting
If I
there,
knew.
you suddenly see the green glow fades as the storm suddenly becomes much heavier. It starts to pour upon you. Lightning starts to strike around you, even. And as you're looking around, it's pretty peaceful, actually. By the way, what form did you take after your long rest?
Oh right, I made that decision real quick.
I
Let's
will tell you,
see.
don't take fire.
I was literally able to think like fire's the only one that would be a bad choice right now.
Yes.
You know what? I think to match my surroundings here, I kind of want to become water.
Okay. Yeah. So as you awaken and you feel like the storm hitting you, you kind of like rub your body because like all this dust and dirt is just cragging on you, turning to mud. So you do that and you slosh it off, and you look at your body and you're just this running wave of water, living water.
Ah.
As the rain hits you, you feel a bit rejuvenated. This cold water hitting your warm body.
Nice.
Without armor, Ruby, Ragnos, and Eric, what are your ACs?
I
armor.
don't wear armor anyways, so
But you're sleeping.
14.
14, okay.
Without it, unarmored, that would be a 12.
Why is everyone? Well, what I miss?
Something.
It's okay. I guess there's a nymph involved, so everyone being more naked shouldn't be a surprise.
Well, no. They're sleeping. You don't
Oh.
wear armor when you sleep.
Oh, right. I always forget about that mechanic.
Yeah, Brian doesn't wear armor anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed by that.
So, Ruby, you said your AC was what?
14.
14, okay. So, because you're sleeping. Okay, that's bad. Technically doesn't wake you. Shadowy.
This motherfucker just went to sleep when he's supposed to be keeping watch.
Shadowy, what's your AC?
12 without any kind of armor.
Okay. And then Eric, what was your AC?
13.
Okay. So, misses everyone else, but critical hits you. So, Eric.
What do you... what do the dice have against me today?
I don't know. Eric,
Goblin.
maximum damage!
How much?
Eric, as you're sleeping, you swear you feel the wind change, and as you're about to wake up, like you open one eye, you see this grayish this gray-skinned elf that looks down towards you. You're about to let out a screech before it shoots you with a hand crossbow into your gut as you suffer, because you're sleeping.
Oh no. It has the crossbower feet. Fuck!
Hold up, that's... You suffer 32 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Goblin. Don't kill both of my characters right now, please.
It'd be a big funny. I would personally laugh really hard if you did.
Here
I'd give you a
thinking
good
I
high
could trust
five.
Rail. I could trust Rail the
So as the bolt hits you, you're like... Oh, you can't even... It shoots you right in, like, the esophagus. Well, not the esophagus. Right through one of your lungs. You're like... Oh, you're about to start coughing up blood, but you can't. And you suddenly feel very drowsy. as you eventually just hit the ground unconscious. The rest of you don't notice this because you're asleep.
Damn.
Time.
Brian.
Wait, no, water time.
You
Yep.
do feel suddenly a sharp pain in your back as it does hit you for. Let's see here. 16 points of piercing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Constitution saving throw.
Typing it in. Oh, not 20 for 22.
You feel a stab in your back. You look backwards and you see this gray-skinned elven woman with this, who just seems to be in these, flowing robes and, well, kind of like this dress underneath it, but these robes on top of it to cover herself from the rain. As she stabbed you in the back with a short sword and just looks at you, looks down at the sword, and just pulls it out of your back. I would like you to roll initiative for me.
Okay.
And you are prone on the grounds, mind you.
Yep.
You took the... Well, sorry. It was 4 times 3 is 12, yeah. Well, sorry. 4 times 4 is...
Yep.
Well, 4 times 2 is 8. 16 damage. Sorry, not 12. My bad.
You said 18 before
18?
that 16, I'm pretty sure.
18? Wait, hold on.
You said-
I might have miscalculated. So it was 2 on the dice. 4 times 2 is 8. Yeah, I'm stupid. It's 16. My bad.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And alright, okay, that's it. Whoop-pow! 14.
14. Okay. So as you're writhing in pain and about to let out a scream, she covers your mouth, takes the short sword again, and stabs you again as you're on the ground. She has advantage. As you... Okay, AC is 12, you said?
14.
14. Alright, so she does hit you, still. Barely. You suffer... Oh, I don't know why I rolled twice, sorry. You suffer 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw again.
Alright, let me just...
As you see, she
That's
stares
my
into your eyes, and you can see a look of, oh shit, he's not falling asleep, oh shit.
21.
She is fucking, like, death gripping your mouth right now to keep it closed. At this point,
So,
Vrakos.
Yes.
Man, it's a quiet night. What's your AC without armor?
Without any armor on.
I believe there's a ability because you're in this form, right?
I'm made of water. If I land an attack.
Nope, no
Nope.
bonus. Okay, yeah, continue. So,
Nothing defensive, so then it's just 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay, and because technically we're surprising you. Alright. Vrakos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you suffer 3 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a con save.
that's a fun fact about Brian I just sent you.
Does
Cool.
being made of water no bonuses to poison? Oh.
Nope.
Okay.
This charger ain't working. Dang.
Slash.
I.
Bro, she's just like stabbing you as you're like laying down, like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
15.
15.
Staring like
Vrakos, you turn around as you feel a short sword in your back, and you just see this other drow woman. You recognize it as a drow because you've seen it before, who stabbed you in the back, and she just pulls her finger up to her lip and just goes, shh, as you fall to the ground unconscious.
I lose my form. I'm a puddle.
Yes, you're a puddle with eyes that are closed.
Yes!
There's just these coming off you. All we hear is.
Just
Anyways.
running faucet.
piece of ice.
So, Ruby, Brian, what are you doing at the moment? As you're prone on the ground, this woman is holding you to the ground, stabbing you multiple times.
Alright, she's covering my mouth and holding me to the ground?
Yeah, at this point, she would have pinned you to the ground because she's like, oh shit, he didn't fall asleep, and pinned you to the ground because you just fucking woke up, noticed her, so she grabbed your mouth so you didn't scream and put her weight on you. So technically, you would be grappled and technically not restrained yet, but she is grappling you to the ground.
Alright, I'm going to obviously try and break out.
Okay, so she's wriggle around. Make me an athletics check or acrobatics check, your choice.
Papa! 16 for my acrobatics.
Okay, her strength. Okay, she's managing to hold you on the ground, but then you accidentally kick Shadowy's character. Shadowy, make me a perception check with advantage.
Ah, dang. Well, that's not how I was planning on this going, but okay.
Alright. That's a 24.
Shadowy, you get kicked in the face. You're like, oh, what the fuck? And you wake up and wait, no, it wasn't you. It was Eric. Yeah. So you wake up and you notice this drow woman is on top of Brian, just continuously fucking stabbing him in the gut, and you could just see like a look of worry and panic in her face. And you can see your friend Eric has a stab wound in him, but he's just sleeping. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Roll
Brian
initiative.
just
Yeah. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Roll initiative?
Yeah.
All
Right.
right.
Anything else on your turn? Because that would have used your action to try.
Yeah, nothing else I can use. I could summon my
Alright,
weapon.
I might have woken up, but I am still like, wait,
You're like,
what the fuck?
you woke up and like you're like, oh shit, and then like you suddenly see 3 or 4 of that scene all happening in front of you. Everything's moving weird.
Like,
Wait, hold on. Let me scroll through, but I think I can actually summon my weapon as a bonus
You
action.
can, yeah.
Ragnos is too busy trying to figure out what the hell's
Okay,
going
yeah,
on.
then
and
I'm going to summon my... I'm going to summon Faye as my bonus action, as I just have a look of nonchalance and mirth in my eyes.
Make me a persuasion check.
If that was deception, I'd have loved you. Not really, but
Roll for me.
because I only have a plus.
Roll.
It's only a +4. 21.
Honestly, the look of like, like the nonchalance and like kind of like glances off for a second, rolls your eyes. You kind of feel that she thinks that's hot, but she's gonna continue to stab you. Anyways, that end your turn.
What? Yeah, that ends my turn.
All right, Shadowy, I'm gonna say you don't act this turn because you're fucking groggy as fuck with that natural 1.
yeah, I'm just like, well,
She notices
I'm
you
getting
wake
up like-
up. She's gonna stab you again, or try to, as she's going to now, at this point, restrain you by jumping on top of you and just wrapping her legs around you so you stay on the ground. Yes. Okay, that hits you. You suffer 4 points of piercing damage. I need a Constitution saving throw, please, Ruby.
Okay, please don't let this fail.
At this point, there's like 3 things of drow poison in you, so the DC's going up.
Pow! Shit, I fail.
Stab, stab! And then she looks at you and you see her lick her lips for a second, like taken aback, and then just stabs you again, and suddenly you go unconscious on the ground.
My eyes just slowly
Too much
blur.
melatonin.
he go full on, where is it? God dang it. Okay, wait.
You see her...
I know which
Oh, there
one.
it is.
Exactly. You see her stand up for a second and look down towards you. Actually, no, she couldn't stand up. She used her... No, she can. She stands up and looks towards you and just steps on your face, Shadowy. I need... what are you doing on your turn? She's trying to grapple you, but can't really grapple you at the moment.
Alright, so that was, I guess on my turn, I would probably be, I think so. Okay, so I missed a question about this turn. Is it my actual turn now?
Yeah, it's now your actual turn. At this point, you're starting to get less groggy.
Alright, so first, I'm going to attempt to stand up.
Alright. Make me just a general athletics check to stand up since she's stepping on your face.
Alright. Now, let's see. Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20 for 29.
Alright, so even though she's stepping on you with these high-heeled leather boots, you manage to just, like, immediately, like, bend your back heavily and just manage to have her foot slip, and she nearly falls unconscious as you stand up directly behind her. What do you want to do?
Okay, so, looking around, all my friends are getting are currently getting yeeted. So I'm gonna quickly try to pick up my shield.
Okay. You easily find your shield as you like hit the wall because like you stood up too fast. You like lose your balance, grab your shield, stand back up easily without moving any of it.
Okay, so the lady.
Movement. Yeah.
Okay, so the lady who is stepping on my face is currently on her back and
No,
she
she's-
almost got knocked out.
She didn't fall over. No, you almost fell over because you had to grab your shield and you were woozy still. But you're still standing. She nearly slipped but managed to catch herself. But you're now behind her at the moment.
Okay, so I'm behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Ragnos is actually gonna. Alright, seeing as all my friends are getting, I guess they're getting dragged off because they seem to be went unconscious.
Who
I'm
knows?
gonna try something.
They're just sleeping.
Well, there's a bunch of other elf ladies here.
You don't know that. You only see one.
Oh, okay, so okay, so I guess if I only see one, I'm still gonna do this. I'm going to be using my bonus action to summon my sword, but as I do that, I'm going to get up behind her and try to restrain her.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an athletics check. Technically, she doesn't have the advantage she would because she's tripping and slipping. She got me tripping and stumbling.
Alright, this thing's taking a second. Okay, that's only a 14.
She rolled a 4, so you critically grab her. So as she's tripping, you grab her leg, pull her over, and just like shove her on her head on the ground and just like hold her from like the base of her like feet down to her hips, and you're just holding her in place. She can't really move as you wrap one of your legs around hers. She's stuck in a barista bomb position basically.
Alright.
I have no
Okay.
clue what that looks like.
I think that's what it's called. Let me check. Continue, sorry.
Alright, explain to me who the fuck you are and why you're stabbing my friend.
Does that end your turn?
Since that would be my attack action, will be grappling her. I do have my sword out. I have it in one of my arms.
Okay.
As I'm.
You can't really make attacks
Yeah,
with
hold
it when you're like restraining her like this, just so you're aware. So it's gonna be a
Yeah, I
disadvantage.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I have it against her mainly.
So, as you hold it up against her, she looks towards you. And does that end your turn?
Yeah, I'm just asking what the fuck is this because I don't know there's anyone else that I need to be concerned
Yeah.
about.
At this point, she's gonna try to make. You suddenly see a bit of the curtain blows with the wind, and you do see a second one aiming a crossbow at you and fires it. Your AC is what again?
Okay, with my shield, it is now 14, but with seeing that... Okay, wait, so I'm currently restraining them, and that's probably going to be taking 2 of my arms, so I probably wouldn't be able to do somatic components for the spell of shield.
Yeah, if you do that, you lose the restraining on her.
Yeah, so that would be 14.
14. The bolt hits you straight in the collarbone on your right side as you nearly lose your restraint on her, but manage to hold it. Actually, make me an athletics check first.
Okay. Alright. Alright. Wow, that's only an 11.
All right. So as the bolt hits you with enough force as you weren't really expecting it at the beginning, it hits you, and you actually lose her as she falls to the ground again and starts to pick herself up. I usually make a Constitution saving throw as you take 7 damage.
Okay. So I'm assuming I don't get the benefits of the long rest yet?
Nope, no one got a long rest besides Rail.
Okay.
Indeed.
Who
Yeah,
is
he just-
And Aerith, technically.
And unfortunately, not me.
But Aerith did take damage when he got stabbed.
Okay, so it's only 12.
12?
I'm still at 2 M.
You feel yourself get poisoned for a second, and everything starts to move again like you just fell asleep. As the other one stands up, looks at you, takes her short sword, and goes for a stab against you. Let's see, that would be... As she goes to stab against you, you actually move back just enough that where it just barely nicks your chin for no damage. As she looks back and you... what languages do you speak?
Common and infernal.
Okay, you hear, Es ist full. I have frozen. Eggs. I swoon. And that's all you hear. The other one jumps into the cart and pulls out their sword to get directly behind you, while this one gets up onto her feet, so now you're being flanked. What do you do?
Okay. So now that I'm back on my feet and I have my sword, I'm gonna, and I don't know that there's more enemies.
Mhm.
At that point, I'm just going to attack the lady. As the lady, I'm actually gonna attack the one behind me.
Alright, so as
That's
that one
my
gets
sword.
behind you, you go for a strike with disadvantage because you're poisoned.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's plus that. DIS. Okay.
So
Alright, that's
as you go for
17.
a strike sideways, you actually manage to catch her and slash into her. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, also, I'm going to use one of my bardic inspiration to get a defensive flourish.
Okay.
There we go.
Man, the rest
Oh,
of
I
the party
should've
right
used
now
that.
is just...
I'm sleepy and watery.
He's eepy. He needs to take a nappy.
And
Honestly, if they had asked Brian, he'd have gone willingly.
Wait, my form changed, so I did get my long rest.
Yeah, you got your
Alright.
long rest.
Okay.
Nobody else did technically.
No one
Okay,
else
so my
deserves a
AC
long
also
rest.
increases by 4, because that's 20
See,
slashing
technically,
damage.
everyone would have gotten their long rest, but because at that point it had been like 9 hours, so yeah, everyone would have gotten long rest technically. I'm tired, guys.
Yes!
So 20 damage.
Alright. Yep.
You slash her and you see you almost disembowel her from her right side. She and just like bends over in heavy pain.
So we got a long rest technically.
Yes.
So that would mean I've taken 7 damage. So that would be. As if that would be 7.
Well, technically, no, you haven't because you haven't slept 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, makes sense. All right. Okay. But with that, alright. So with that, I do have a bonus action still. I should have used that. But seeing as this one is.
Heavy like bits of purple and blue blood just splatter everywhere as she's continuously bleeding.
Alright. I decide to use my bonus action to activate. Yeah, I'm gonna activate the Crimson Flame again.
This red flame appears on your blade. Does that end your turn?
Actually, I'm gonna move. Oh wait, no, that would be. Considering one of them still up, that would be still bad. So I'll stay here because moving out would give them quite a few opportunity attacks.
All right. So as
Yeah,
you're
but I
standing
do
there, like trying to get your bearings because the poison now flushing through your body. Anything else?
I guess right now I'm gonna be sitting there, but I do with defensive flourish. I now have a 18 armor class.
Okay. So that still hits. As the one that you just stabbed or slashed looks up to you and just stabs you between the shoulder blades.
Since you didn't say what it was, I am going to use shield.
Okay. What's that bring you up to?
That brings it up to 23.
Stabs and you manage to put an arcane shield behind you as it just stops the blade halfway between trying to stab you. Meanwhile, the other one does hit you. I think. Let's see. What's their bonus with this? Let's check. Damn. Okay, no. Actually, they don't. So they go to stab you at the same time, and they just both pierce into your shield. And you look at the one that's not injured, looks to the other one. And just starts to fucking run. She leaves your range. Do you want to attack her? Actually, no, you can't.
I've
You
already
use your
used
reaction.
shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks at you as they're both standing next to the doors of the cart, and they both just start fucking booking it. They both jump out of the carriage on opposite sides.
Oh. Okay.
Let me see. That one is too injured to do anything. All right, the one that isn't injured actually does Brian, how much do you weigh?
130 with all my items. It's a total of 140.
You don't have all your items though, which sucks. So
I only have a dang. I
You
only have a
drop-
couple bags in my sword.
Me
Okay,
who were
and you
me
don't have
who
anything on you is the problem. You drop. You don't. Yeah. So she grabbed you. Your sword dropped out of your hand, and she's going to drag you out of the cart with her.
me
Anyways,
who literally weighs like 30 pounds.
actually, no. You know what? She doesn't grab you. You watch Ragnos as she grabs Brian, opens a satchel on her side, and Brian just vanishes into it. She closes it and runs.
Okay, how quickly are they running?
Pretty fast.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay. I'll just wait till it gets back to
Probably
my turn.
faster than your walk speed. Who knows?
Well, I have a 40-foot walk speed, which goes to 50 feet when I take the attack action.
Okay, so we'll see. So as they both dash out opposite sides, the injured one leaving a trail of blood as they start to run, holding their wound. You could see them like immediately start casting, like chanting this spell, and start to sear their wound a bit as they hold their hand to it. What are you doing?
Okay, so do I still see the one that took Brian?
Oh, you don't see them. No, they've left the cart. They were about 10 feet from the end of the cart, and they ran out of the cart as well.
Okay. So did I see the direction they went?
No, you just saw them run out of the cart.
Okay, so they're too far out of sight. But at least I have the trail with that one.
You
Okay,
have a
I'm
cart.
gonna-
You have curtains on the cart to block vision. You didn't see where they went. Is the problem? The other one
yeah.
moved, but you're close enough to like peer out the curtains before they closed.
Yeah. So with that, I'm going to go out, and I'm going to follow the blood trail.
Okay. So you push
I have
out.
not
and
taken the attack action yet.
You push out and you
I
see
haven't taken.
about 35 feet in front of you. Actually, technically no. It would be there. That would be an easy 5-foot movement. So about 40 feet in front of you, you do see the injured drow is like moving forward and like trying not to open up her wound again.
Part of me realizes that with the fire on my blade, I probably won't be able. Okay, here's what I'll do. Ragnos is going to go towards, use the attack action, and use the rest of his movement to get up to this drow. He's going to try to not kill her, despite the power and danger of his sword. He's going to try to not do a lethal blow.
Oh.
Okay. So you're gonna attack her as soon as you get up there? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to go up to her, and I'm going to attack her so I can knock her out.
Okay, go ahead and try.
And I have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, oh, that's only 14.
14. What's that AC?
Yeah.
So, as you go to strike her, you almost slip on the mud and you don't want to kill her, so you manage to pull your blade back just in time. And she looks backwards towards you and starts to say something in Undercommon, because that's what they speak. Anything else on your turn?
Well, considering I'm in a danger, I guess I'm out in the open, and they've went away, and I don't know where they are, I'm actually going to use my bonus action to teleport, use Misty Step, and teleport back to the camp.
Okay, so you teleport back 30 feet away from this drow. As you do so, you watch her take her sword and slash at your hand as you're starting to cast the spell. What's your AC?
Well, I didn't use that, so that would be 14 still.
Okay, doesn't matter, because as she goes to slash, you see her foot, because she's injured and kind of like having to get a weird stance to not fucking open her injury again. She goes for a slash and slips in the mud. Let's see. Ooh, okay, yeah. She slips in the mud, falls, her elbow hits the ground, her sword goes flying up. And let's see. Yep. Pierces straight through her back as you hear. And she just goes unconscious immediately. After suffering max damage. Oh gosh. And she fails the Constitution saving throw for the poison.
Okay, that's actually hilarious.
Wait, this is the one that tried kidnapping me?
No.
Wasn't able to get that one.
That's the one who tried to. The one who shot me, I think.
Meanwhile, their turn. You see the other one, like the one that has the sword through their back, tries to wake up but keeps going unconscious. Let's see. Death save. Okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, Ragnos, as you look backwards, you see the entire cart is enveloped in this darkened sphere.
Right. Okay.
What are you doing?
Alright, so it's my turn. Okay. So, alright, with the cart being enveloped in a sphere, that would imply they're still around. But looking about, I guess I don't notice any of them immediately. They're well hidden.
To your knowledge,
So,
you don't know where they are because they walked out the opposite side of the cart, so the cart's in between you and where they might be. Not to mention, there's a lot of barricades of stone made by Rael on the other side of the cart. So there's a lot of hiding opportunity there.
alright. So, with that, I am going to, as seeing the endangered drow, Ragnos is going to go over. He's going to go over to said drow.
Mhm.
But he's going to try taking the sword out and immediately
The sword that's
casting
complete-
Cure Wounds.
Okay, go ahead and make me a spell casting check. Or I'll say this, a spell casting check or a medicine check. So it would be a spell attack check for the spell casting, because I allow that, or a medicine check, your choice.
Well, be spell casting would be better, so I'll do that.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Bruh, that's only a 12.
So, you take it out and you see that she starts to bleed heavily. She immediately makes a death save. Okay? Sorry, 2 death saves, not just 1. Okay, so you see that she starts to bleed heavily and she breathes, and then you see a bunch of blood, just black blood starts, well, not black, but blackened, bluish purple blood starts spurting out. She is 2-2 now, because she rolled 2 successes and 1 natural 1. So she's on the verge of death. Do you cast Cure Wounds?
No healing word.
Healing Word. Okay, what do you say to heal
Yeah.
them?
I know you're trying to kill my friends, but I don't want you to die here, and I also kind of need you. To be honest, I kind of need your information.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d4 and add your modifier.
Alright, that's only 7.
7. Okay. You hear her breathe, and as the injuries don't kill her, they still take her to unconsciousness. And as the rain pours on this dark, stormy night, as your friends make a noise of, and Brian and Rael are nowhere to be in sight. That is where we're gonna end the session.